Hey guys, Karen from Imperfect EFT here. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel video. Today we're going to be talking about the stress involved in bullying, and I did a video already on bullying, and this is going to be a little bit different. It's basically bullying on social media. So many different aspects of people who are disrespectful to your opinions and comment negatively. It's quite a bit different when it comes to being somebody who's disrespectful and mean or rude in front of you, and you can deal with that directly, versus when somebody puts a negative comment on a social media platform that is just really disrespectful or mean, and they can just drop it in there and just walk away almost anonymously. Not quite, but they can put their opinions out there and just not think about the repercussions of their actions to the other person because they're not in front of them. So the bullying that can happen online, I think, is real, and especially the younger generations that have grown up with social media and feel that that is their norm in their day. Sometimes there's a lot of mental health issues that come up because they feel excluded, or they see, their friends making comments and they're not in the same, space that they are at that time. So there's a lot of negativity that can happen. There's a lot of depression. There's a lot of anxiety that can come from just focusing on these posts. And I want to be able to help that. So we're going to be doing some EFT for stress reduction of bullying online. And not only bullying, but just the feeling that you're feeling left out because your group of friends are doing something and you're not, feeling excluded, things like that. So it's the feeling that you get when you are online and you are having those negative thoughts or those negative comments are coming at you, and how to deal with that. And basically, the only response that you can have and the only control that you can have over those responses is how you control yourself and how your body controls itself and how you comment on that and how you feel about that. So it's all about the stress response of your body and how anxious you feel, how stressed you feel. So we're going to help to calm that down. So in previous videos, I've talked about EFT, which is the emotional freedom technique. It's also known as tapping, and it's a cognitive behavioral therapy that we use in medicine and nursing, and it helps your brain so that you're not as reactive to these situations. You don't have that fight or flight response. You don't feel as stressed about things because it calms down the amygdala so that you don't feel as stressed when it comes to anything that you are focusing on. So what I want you to question is how you feel when you see like a negative post or you see your friends doing something online that you're not doing. How do you feel that in your body? Do you feel it as a tension in your chest? Do you feel like, oh my gosh, it just took my breath away? Do you feel, butterflies in your stomach? How do you feel? And I want you to write that response down. So the feeling that you get when you have that negative feeling from something that you see online, you want to notice what the feeling is. Is it a tightness? Is it a tension? Is it a soreness? Is it a pain? Is it a fluttering? What is it that you feel? Write that down. And then the 0 to 10 scale on how distressed you feel when it comes to that issue. So 0 being none, 10 being the most distressed that you could feel. You're going to write that number down as well. So we're going to get started by doing our setup statement. And we start with the side of the hand, which it doesn't matter which hand you use, your dominant or non-dominant hand. You're just gently going to tap on the side with 2 or 3 fingers, just gently tapping, and we're going to say our even though statement, which is a setup statement. Even though I have the stress related to what I just saw on social media. And then the next part is, I accept that's how I feel right now. So you're going to repeat those things after me. We're going to do it a second time. Even though I have a lot of stress related to what I just saw and read on social media, I accept that's how I'm feeling right now. And we're going to do that a third time. Keep tapping on the side of your hand. Even though I have the stress related to what I just saw on social media, I accept that's how I'm feeling right now. Okay, so we're going to take, and it doesn't matter if you do both hands or just one hand, You're just going to go to the in between the eyebrows, right above the bridge of the nose, just with 2 or 3 fingers. And again, you can use both hands if you feel really stressed. You're just going to tap gently and say, the stress of social media. Now you're going to go to the side of the eye, and again, it doesn't matter which side, just right on the bone area, just gently tap the stress that I feel related to social media. Then you're going to go under the eye, the stress related to what I just saw and felt on social media. Under the nose, the stress that I'm feeling about social media. On top of the chin, the stress that I feel about that post that I just saw. Right under the clavicle, I usually like to do both sides, but you can just do one side if you want to, the stress that I'm feeling about social media. And then you're going to go to right above the bra area for women, 4 centimeters underneath the armpit for men, one or both sides, the stress that I'm feeling related to social media. And then on top of your head, just gently tap the stress that I'm feeling related to social media. And I'm going to continue. That was one round of tapping, but we're going to continue on a second round because this is a really, really stressful thing that people go through. So we're going to go back to the eyebrow, just gently tapping. My body feels so stressed related to what I've been feeling and reading on social media. On the side of the eye, it is safe to feel this way, but I don't want to feel this way anymore. Under the eye, I don't want to feel so stressed and reactive with social media. Under the nose, my body can feel less stressed about this. On top of the chin, and I know that I have control over this. Under the clavicle, I know that my body has control over this. Under the arms, my body can let this stress go. And then on top of the head, my body is letting the stress go. Take a deep breath and let it go. Now just think about the sensation that you had before the first round of tapping and where it was in your body. Notice if it's changed at all, if it's shifted, if it's lessened, if it's even intensified. Sometimes these things really bring up other issues. So just kind of note where it is and how you're feeling and what that number is on the 0 to 10 scale for the distressing units. So write that number down as well. We're going to do a third round of tapping so that you can really release it from your body. And you can repeat any of these rounds for whatever issues. You can do this on a daily basis. You can do it on an hourly basis if you feel that there is that much stress that you are experiencing because of something that you read or that you're feeling because of social media. So we're going to do our third round of tapping, and I'm just going to go back to the eyebrow point, just gently tap. And I'm basically going to say the stress that I'm feeling about social media and all of the platforms that I've been on. On the side of the eye, my body doesn't have to feel this stressed. Under the eye, my body has control over the stress that I feel about this social media. Under the nose, and I can let this go because I don't have to feel this way. On the chin, there are so many things that I could do. I could block that person. I could just let it go from my mind. On the chest, and I have control over how I feel about this. Under the arms, my body has control of how I feel about this. And then on top of the head, and my body is letting this stress go. Take a deep breath and let it go. And again, if you can just evaluate how you feel about that particular issue that was stressing you out before, if you can just note that your body is more calm and that you're able to process things better, and you can know that this is something that you can be in control of and that your body can have less stress as often as you want to do this. So watch this video as many times as you need to. You can rewind it, you can do it throughout the day. I would love for you to share this with people that you think would benefit from it. If a lot of people get stressed out with, whatever platform they're on, if they have negative comments, if they're looking at posts that really get them upset, this is something that is so important for your mental health, to try to reduce the stress and the stress response in your body so that you can live a healthier life. You can live a happier life, a better balanced mental health life. So I definitely encourage all of you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, watch other videos that you feel would benefit you. And if you can share this information with your friends, I would love that. We do have a TikTok channel as well, which is Imperfect EFT, and our followers are encouraged to also be a part of our YouTube community. We also have a Stan store that is linked in our TikTok bio. So I thank you for joining me, and I hope that you benefited from this and that you will really have a better mental health in terms of how you deal with social media. So thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you next time.